You're live.
What's going on, Doc's crew? And what a great Wednesday we have right now. Today is Wednesday, April 17th. And you know what? The Doc's live show right on Wednesdays is me solo today. I'm going solo, but we're changing things up on our Wednesday show. Guarantee every day, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, there will be a Doc Sports live show with different handicappers on each day. Next Wednesday, myself, and Robert Faringer on there. A couple Wednesdays, Griffin and Nolan from Strike Point Sports is going to be there. Scott Spreitzer and Doug Upstone will be on a couple of Wednesdays. So every Wednesday we'll have a show. The way we changed it up, we didn't have enough time to get a handicapper today. So it's just me and myself, and I just wanted to kind of introduce what the format it's going to be. We'll always have two Docs handicappers on. If not, then maybe either someone would do it solo, like myself today, but just handing out some really cool stuff, really cool free plays, and talk about what's going on in the sports betting world. I want to welcome a new member, Robert Hanna, to the Doc Sports family. Welcome to the Doc Sports YouTube channel, Robert. Hopefully you're getting down on all those free play videos, fantastic free play videos out there. Indian Cowboy, Scott Spreitzer, Tony George, all those handicaps. I know I'm missing a whole bunch from Vernon, stuff like that. So welcome to the Doc Sports. Great content by all those guys. I wish I could name myself on there, but I have not been able to do free play videos. I just got back in town. I do a lot of stuff in the morning. I do a couple live morning shows for some networks. So my day gets away from me because by the time I'm done with my shows, I got to do my plays and finish handicapping and stuff like that. So I wish I had more time. That's why I like doing this Wednesday show, because I can guarantee you I'm going to throw out 2 to 3 free play winners for you guys on Wednesday. Maybe talk about the stuff what's going on Thursday as well. So we'll get going with the first free play today. The first free play, we're going to Philadelphia 76ers player prop bet. This game is going shortly in the NBA. In the playing game, the Sixers are playing the Miami Heat. What is the current number on that? Let me pull that up. Current number, Philadelphia is 5.5, pretty much around town. Total is 207.5, except at South Point in Vegas, 208. A couple offshore books have 208 as well, but 5.5 pretty much across the board of the 76ers. And we're going Tyrese Maxey over 23 total points. Maxey has just been killing it lately. I think he's going to be the key. Everyone thinks it's going to be Embiid as the key, but I think it's going to be Maxey himself. I just like the way he's been playing lately, so we're going to go with him. On that player prop bets, I know again Embiid going to get a lot of focus, but he's hit this game. He's hit this total prop 3 straight games and 4 out of 5. I like the way Maxey's been playing, so I'm leaning towards the 76ers, even though because I haven't seen playoff Jimmy and the Miami Heat play consistently right now. So I'm going with the 76ers. And if I like the 76ers, I think Maxey has a good game. Daniel, what's going on tonight? What are your thoughts on the NBA playoffs? Yesterday was weird. I mean, everyone had Golden State and they laid an egg, Daniel. I myself was leaning towards Golden State. I didn't play it. I didn't release it as a premium play or it's a free play on the many shows that I do. But I thought Golden State was the play yesterday, so I was a little shocked on how well Sacramento just handed them easy yesterday. So the Sacramento lit up the beam. The other game, man, it was hard. I mean, the Pelicans put themselves in bad situation, down at 21 point, down in double digits in the third and fourth quarter. Came back, Zion came back, carried that team themselves. And then he gets hurt, and then just laid an egg throughout the rest of the game. So a little bit shocked on the Golden State game. Pelicans, I was wishy-washy. I had the over in that bet. The one wasn't even close. They came off. First half goes over, second half goes under. So fell short on that one, but it is what it is. But it should be a very interesting. Daniel asked Cavs versus Magic. I like the Magic in this series. I like the plus 170. What's the current 9? At a series price right now. I like the Magic. I'm not sold on teams that have some player grumblings in the locker room. Daniel, could Mitchell still be there in Cleveland? He maybe wants to out. Just like I think the Bucks could be interesting on that way. As we all know, Damian Lillard does not like Milwaukee. I got plus 170, and of course, I got the world's worst number because I was plus 185 at Circa for Orlando, plus 175 at South Point. BetMGM has plus 175. I got the world's worst number because I bet it yesterday. But I like Orlando Magic. I said in a couple of shows yesterday that I was on. And I'm leaning towards that one. So I like the Magic versus the Cavs. I think I go 6-7 games as well. What are your thoughts on the Allen Iverson statue? I thought it was small. It was a small, very small statue. Well deserved on that statue. on that one. I was a big fan of Allen Iverson, probably the first one that made the crossover very interesting to the defensive guy. So I was a big fan of Allen Iverson. Bad luck on how he is right now with his money situation. I heard he's not doesn't have that much. I'm not his accountant, so I don't know about that. But a big fan of Allen Iverson. So thanks for the quick questions, Daniel. Hopefully you have a great evening. Continue firing these questions. I'll answer as many as possible. I'll give you if I like a play, I'll tell you. It could be a free play winner or something. I'm not going to give you a lean. I'm not going to give you any stuff like that. But it was I will try to do my best for you to cash a ticket, or even tell you, hey, lay off it. I wouldn't bet this number. The number's too high. Stuff like that. Kenneth, welcome to the program. Iverson was smaller, dude with loads of. You got that right. His heart on the court. It was probably one of the. No one in the NBA, I think, has his heart on the court right now. I mean, he wore it on the sleeve, diving. His energy every game, didn't matter who he played against. Allen Iverson always had, and he had that heart at Georgetown. I loved watching him play a college ball. Kenneth, he was. I would think he's probably my top 5 best college basketball player I've seen. I loved him playing at Georgetown. Oh, the good old Georgetown days, but. Yeah, definitely like him where he was at. So keep the questions coming in, Kenneth. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm going solo today on the Doc's live YouTube show on every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And now we're going to have different handicappers on every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. You'll definitely know that we will have a show at the Doc's YouTube channel every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Hopefully, we can add other days for live shows. I love doing live shows. If anyone else wants to do them with me, I'm pretty much all in. I love talking to the people. Jeff, thanks for jumping in. Any value on Maxi threes? A little juicy to me. I think the over 2.5. I did see it open up this morning at minus 120. I think I did a show this morning and I saw it move to 125. So a little juicy. I do like that. I think, like I said, I think Maxi's going to have a big game. So yes, the over on that minus 135. I just don't like the juice on it, but I do believe he goes a little bit over on that one. So I definitely do like that one, Jeff. Again, next Wednesday, me and Robert Faringo will be on. A couple Wednesdays from that, we'll have Griffin and Nolan from Strike Point Sports from Doc's family on there. So we're going to have some really cool handicappers. And just like I said, talking about releasing a couple free plays, talking to you guys in the chat and stuff like that. That's why I wanted this show to succeed. I don't want just a tape show where we're just going back and forth with free plays and stuff like that. I myself love to talk to people in the chat and love to give you guys advice on either yes or no. Maybe it'll move, maybe it won't. So I love talking it. And I'm a numbers guy. I love looking at numbers, did odds many years, was a head odds maker. For one of the bigger global books, moved odds in Vegas for over 13 years. So I love doing this. This is what I've been doing for over 20 plus years. So it's interesting. Did the Cubs win, Jeff? I don't have it on. I was watching soccer and I was been messing up some stuff on that, so I didn't get to watch the ending. I know it was 3-2, but they did win, Jeff. Thank you. I had the plus money on that. Maybe my show that I do in the morning and driving the line, I can pump my chest tomorrow. So if they did win, Jeff, thank you for telling me that. So I appreciate that. But the first free play I said was Tyrose Maxey over 23.5 total points in the game against the 76ers. So that's the first free play. The second one, I took the Bulls first half minus 1.5 this morning on another show. I really like that play and stuff. I think the Bulls come out strong on it. I'm going to take the under in the first half as well as I did. I'm trying to find out the first half. I had the game on. I'm going to take the under at 114. It's at DraftKings and at South Point. Everyone else has 113.5, so make sure you shop around. I just like the number 114. I know we saw first half's over yesterday, second half under. I'm going to play this game under in the first. I think it's an under game completely. All that. I think both games could easily go under this morning. So I'm going to take the Chicago Bulls, Atlanta Hawks first half under at 114. I would still take 113.5. Maybe if you're a $50 average better, maybe only put 40 or 30 on it. But if you get that 114, I would definitely, like I said, DraftKings has 114. I think FanDuel had 114 when I just logged on. I don't have it up on my screen right now, so that's another free play for you. Jeff, thank you for the double confirmation on the Cubs win. I say double confirmation. When I first worked at Caesar's Palace, we couldn't post a game unless we had double confirmation. So if you saw it on ESPN ticker, you had to go find another source. And now we're calling up. Remember back in the day where there's an 800 number we can call for scores or watch a news or stuff like that. We didn't have all this internet stuff where we can just surf the net to find. We always had to find double sources to post a game. So that's how old I am. But thanks for the double confirmation, Jeff, on the Cubs win. Did I miss the two D Hoyt? Did I miss free plays? No, I'll give you them right now. If you did miss them, Hoyt, the first one was Tyrese Maxey over 23 and a half total points for the Philadelphia 76ers. I think that's a really good bet on that one. Someone in the chat said, what about him over 2.5 minus 135 total threes? If you can find it lower on the juice, I think that's also a good play. I think he just has a really, really big game. I think the Heat's gonna be focused on Embiid, and I think Maxey's gonna have a really, really good game stat wise across the board. So I'll look at that one. And the other free play was the Bulls. Bulls total under 114. The Hawks Bulls today as the first one. Those are my two free plays today. So that's what I got. So thanks for the quick D Hoyt. Thanks for all that. D Hoyt, I think I saw your thing on Twitter for retweeting and stuff like that. Thank you for following me. Thank you for all your support. And Jeff, thank you for all you guys for support. Thomas, thank you for watching. You like the Heat game over 207.5. No, I think both games go under. I'm just not sold on this Miami team. They're coming in rough. Remember last year, playoff Jimmy was already in full blown, and Miami Heat was coming in playing really, really good basketball. I'm just not sold. I know they've won 7 out of their last 10, but I'm not sold on how they've won those games. They played some really bad teams. They played Toronto twice at home. They got crushed by Dallas at home. I think it was 110-92 or something. I'm not sold on that one because the playoff teams they played, those games went under. The playoff teams they didn't play, those games went over. And let's face it, this is playoff basketball as of right now. So I don't have a play on that total, but if I had to, I'd probably look at the under on that game, not the over. Right? I have nothing on the side on that one, Thomas. So hopefully I did not confuse you. So hopefully should be good. Jeff, I'm a Cubs fan and live in Arizona, diehard. Any value in your opinion? C. White over 19.5 points. I thought for Kobe White, I looked at him for a couple prop bets. I looked at him and DeRozan. I like White on this one. I think there was a little. Let me see what the current number is right now. I thought the price was a little bit high when I looked at it this morning. Let's see. I'm looking at DraftKings and BetMGM right now. 19.5 minus 3 nickels. I like his points and assists or points, rebounds, and assists as well. So if I lean towards that, I would say yes on the points. I just think his assist is going to push over that points and assist prop bet, but I can see him scoring 20 tonight. I mean, they got the tools. I think the Chicago is a better team. Atlanta, they've come back losing 6 straight coming in this one. I like the Bulls in this spot. And I think White is a big factor. I don't think the DeRozan's going to carry this whole load. I think it's going to be White and DeRozan. Hopefully the big men are back for them as well. But I lean towards Kobe White. I do like his points, rebounds, and assist number. I don't have it in front of me, but I do like his, let me see, at 29.5 at over. You can get it at plus at even money or minus 102. But his points and assists at 24.5, you're laying only 3 nickels. So I like that, but I think Kobe White has a good game. I'll put that in, Jeff. So hopefully I don't confuse you on that one. I mostly will use BetMGM odds or DraftKings odds for this one. I'll sometimes quote global odds, even though I'm not allowed to say the global odds brand on Doc Sports YouTube channel, even though I work for some global odds as a consultant, but follow the rules and totally understand why they don't want me to. But like I said, I'll try not to, but sometimes I have to. So hopefully I won't. So D-Hoyt, wow, BetMGM just adjusted the line to the over 2.5. Wow, minus 185. Wow, that's crazy. I wouldn't touch it then. I don't play that high of juice, so I wouldn't touch that one. Sorry, Hoyt. Sorry for the bad number that you logged in. I would maybe shop around. And I do. Hoyt, is that the only book that you have? I'm trying to see what other places. Hold on. Yeah, that's pricey as well. Yeah, that's a pretty bad number for that one. I would pass on that. I thought maybe I would look around and see if other shops have that. That's why I mean that's why I tell people I pretty much on all the shows I do, including doc shows, including my YouTube shows that I do here. You need multiple outs, and that means multiple sports books. You can't just have one because sometimes one has a horrible number and one of them has a better number. Sometimes it's 23 and a half. One book will have 24 and a half on player prop bets. So I try to use, I mean, I have multiple books, even though half of them I came to bet on because I'm not allowed to bet on that because I do some consulting work. But I try to have I have at one point I think I had 8 books, including some offshore ones, just because I look for the best number. Period. I just don't use one book and suffer with a -145 when some books have -130 and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, it's all about that 25 cents or something like that. If you're going to have a winning day or a losing day, winning month, winning year, and stuff like that. So I always try to have multiple outs when I'm sports betting. So that's I highly recommend if you're really doing this seriously and stuff like my twin brother puts a $25 bet parlay bet probably once a day, maybe 2 of them. Now, no, if you're going to do that, you don't need multiple sports books to bet, stuff like that. But if you're really trying to take this seriously and try to have winning days and try to have extra cash and all that, I really advise you to have multiple sports books because you never know, especially during football season. You'll see one book have 7, one book have 7.5, one book have 7, the other one has 7 minus 120. So that all can be so much difference. D Hoyt, I only have money in FanDuel and BetMGM and Bet369. Hey, that's three. That's not bad. Hoyt, having 3 books, it's the best thing. Like I said, at least you have different. You have 3 options just in case you have a better number. Now, but I moved it down to -185. To minus, it keeps jumping between 2.5 or 3.5. Yeah, I mean, well, it's because we have less than an hour left to go on that, Hoyt. So money's probably flying in, especially on player prop. Player prop bets move by the computer, not by a guy in a back room watching all the money come in. Very seldomly will a trader jump on a player prop just to move the number manually if they see something getting crushed, if they see a player getting handled a lot, then that trader would jump in and move that player prop himself instead of the computer. So that's where that's where another thing. Sometimes the computer maybe move it slower than others. So it's something in that. Daniel, is LeBron on the move? I'm guessing you say is LeBron on the move. I'm guessing out of the Lakers. No, I don't think he leaves the Lakers. But I think he'll stay a Laker and then retire. I don't think he goes anywhere else. But I'm guessing that I'm pretty sure, Daniel, I think you're asking me is LeBron on the move. But I would be highly shocked. I think the only big name we might see on the move will be Klay Thompson over the summer. But maybe Donovan Mitchell and Damian Lillard. But those two aren't really, I guess they could say big names, but I would say, but definitely LeBron not going. That's why these numbers be bouncing so much on certain bets. Yes, like I said, a lot of player prop. These prop bets, like I said, now the prop bets are so big in these websites and stuff like that. They're all computer moved. They're like I said, no manual guy is sitting there looking at all these baseball prop bets and all these hockey and all these NBA and stuff like and moving them. A computer's moving them. They have probably, I don't know how the algorithm works and stuff like that, but a supervisor sees it on the screen how it's being moved and all that, and they'll be alerted if one player prop is being bet a lot on one side, so that guy so then they can jump on in and move it and move the number and stuff like that. I've been in many trading rooms, especially when I was a head odds maker at one of the global books. So that happens. I've seen it happen. I've done it before. So a lot of now game numbers, like the game today, Bulls, Hawks. No, there's a trader watching that. There's a trader moving it. The odds like that, but prop bets, it's pretty much all being moved by the computer. So be careful on that one. LBJ, yes, I thought Daniel. I thought you were saying about LeBron James. I would be highly shocked if he moves on that one, but it should be interesting. Let me announce my free plays again, just in case we have some new people into the chat. The Atlanta Hawks Chicago Bulls game under first half 114. There is there's a couple 113 and a halfs out there. I would still take the 113 and a half. DraftKings, and I forget the other one. South Point DraftKings both had 114. I think FanDuel had 114 when I logged on in. And the second one, free play for you guys, is Tyrese Maxey over 23 total points in the game for the Sixers game. I think Maxey has a really, really good game. We've been discussing this over the threes, 2.5. It's a little juicy. I think we said we saw minus 165 earlier. I wouldn't take the 3.5. I would, if you're gonna play it, maybe lay small juice on the 165, 2.5. I wouldn't take 3.5. It's just not smart. Sometimes you just pass on games. Pass on plays. A perfect example. So, perfect example was today in Champions League. I really thought both games were going to go over. I was waiting for some plus money on the juice, and it never happened. And so I didn't play it, and I saved some money. So sometimes I look at games while I'm waiting to see that number. And if it doesn't happen, I don't bet it. That's why when I do free plays for docs, people get mad at me that, oh, I can't believe, just pick a side. I don't want to wait till the number moves. Well, that's not how I work. I'm a numbers guy. I'm not going to sit here and BS you guys and say, oh, take the Chicago Bulls -3. It's a lock of the day. It's 100%. My free play record is 123 and 116 the last 6 years. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm waiting for a number that I want to play it on. If it doesn't move, most likely I'll pass it or I'll wait for live betting. So I'm not gonna sit there and BS on something like that. So that's why people get mad at me when I do Doc's YouTube live shows, because I don't say 100% what I'm looking at a game. RT, I need locks. There's no such thing as locks, RT, and that's the L word. You never mention the L word when you're talking about sports gambling. So I guess you're not familiar with sports gambling etiquette. You never use the L word, just like I never use a C word when I'm talking to a lady. I never use the L word when I'm talking about sports gambling. So no such thing as locks. Am I on Sixers and Heat under 207 again? I like the under in the game. Probably that. I'm really looking forward to live betting in that game as well. I want to see how the tempo goes on that one. So I'm really excited to watch that game for some live betting. I like betting totals on live betting, especially on baseball and playoff games. So I'm really going to be interested in watching a Sixers Heat game for live betting, RT. But I'm like right now, I think this game goes under. Catching you slipping. What's up? What's up? Catching you slipping. Thanks for watching and all that. Kenneth, what's going on? Hopefully you're having a good one. And yes, moderator, yes, I did say the C word. Didn't say the C word. I said the C word, but never use the L word. So that is correct. Correct on that one. So hopefully, well, let me break down. This is Raphael Esparza again from Doc Sports YouTube live channel. The Doc YouTube live channel will have a live show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes it'll be me. Sometimes it won't be me. So right now, I'm going solo because we changed the format a little bit. Next week, myself or Robert Faringo will be on there a couple Wednesdays. So now we'll have Griffin and Nolan from Strike Point Sports. Scott Spreitzer will be on here. Doug Upstone will be on here. So hopefully Tony George will jump on there. For Ringo, I mentioned stuff like that. So hopefully we'll have two handicappers. If not, maybe we'll just see a solo handicapper like myself, who just couldn't get confirmation or commitment on how we transformed the show a little bit. Like I said, we're going to have this every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Doc Sports YouTube channel, where we can just chit-chat and talk to the crew. I know some people don't like to talk to the crew on the chat. Some people think it's a little bit, they don't like to answer the questions. Oh, yeah, I did forget, and Indian Cowboy, hopefully he can jump on board as well. So we're just hoping this, like I said, maybe we'll have to change the time back a little. Right now, we've been doing a show for a couple of months at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully we can do this, because this is for you guys. This is for the people who buy our stuff, who watch our videos. That's why, yes, I'll put out free plays, and for Ringo next week we'll put out 2 free plays. But we want to answer what you guys have to say. What do you like this game? What do you think this game's going to be tomorrow? And stuff like this. Show is all about the viewers and all the people who watch our free play videos and all the people who buy our plays. This show is for you guys. So hopefully we have some great handicappers and some great mixtures. Hopefully, I would love to do a show with Tony George. I've never done a show with Tony. I've never done a live show with Scott Spreitzer. I would love to. I think Nolan and Griffin a couple Wednesdays from now, it's going to be phenomenal. I think them two are really, really good. I think they connect. So I can't wait to watch some of these shows. So every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have hopefully 2 handicappers on there. And I'm going to keep this, like I said, if no one can jump on and stuff like that, hopefully a handicapper would do it solo. It's a half hour to 45-minute show, depending on the questions that come in. But every Wednesday at 6 p.m., we discuss anything you want to discuss about in the chat. So hopefully we can continue doing this. RT, Tony George, and Raphael and Indian Cowboy sounds best. Thank you to RT for the kind words. Like I said, those two, and Tony, like I said, Tony's and Arun's free play videos are amazing. Tony George and videos that he does with Griffin are really, really good. But like I said, this is all about the live chat comments. This is all about people coming in and asking questions and stuff like that. So I hope you guys watch. I hope you guys continue finding questions because that's fun. I love answering this. Catching you slipping. Hawks are 10 games behind 500. Bulls are 4 games behind 500. Give me the Bulls to cover. It should look like that. I mean, catching you slipping and Hawks losing 6 straight. Most likely Trae Young won't be there next year. I think they know that. I think the locker room knows that. So they might be planning their vacations early. So I think you're correct on that one. Thomas, what's going on? Thoughts on the Red Sox money line? Red Sox pitching is finally starting to be a little bit. I'm actually blown away that the Dodgers lost again today. I'm trying to put up. The numbers dropped. This one opened up. Red Sox, Hoyt got about minus 145. I mean, you can get a really good number at Caesars at minus 130. Global Books minus 125. It's a 610. I will see how low the total is dropping. Open up at 9, now 8.5 and stuff like that. I kind of lean towards Boston on this one. If I can get a better number, there's another one that I have circled to watch the live betting on this one. I'm really looking forward to watch live betting on this one because I want to see. I'm leaning towards the under on this game, so I'm hoping maybe if I can get a 1-0 run in the first inning and the computer moves the total to like 9.5 or something like that, then I'll pound that total. But I lean towards Boston a little bit, but I'm really thinking about live betting on that one. So hopefully I didn't continue. Eric's on the Red Sox. So if Eric likes the Red Sox, then we should all be rooting for the Red Sox because we all need the cash. So Eric, I'm going to be rooting for the Red Sox. So maybe Thomas is going to jump on there because that's all it's about. Cashing tickets. And I don't care if I don't have a ticket on it. If you guys win, I'm happy. RT on the Sixers game total 207.5. Public over heavy. Not really. It's funny that I think the public learned yesterday from both games going under when the betting public was all over the overs yesterday. They actually bet this game under. It opened up at 208. I did see one global book open that total to 208.5. I don't think the States opened that total up at 208.5, but I think the public got a little scared because of what they saw yesterday in NBA. So the public's on the under on that one. Catch you slipping. I'm on a Heat under public all over Philly with the 1-8 straight due to a loss before the playoffs. I stayed away from that game, but I totally understand on that one catching you slipping. Eric, I know Eric. I'll be training for Red Sox now, Eric, and when they win. I'll light you up on social media on Twitter saying Eric cashed his Red Sox tickets. I don't have one, so I don't have a ticket on the Red Sox. So Thomas, hope you have a great evening. What's that on DraftKings data? I don't use the DraftKings data at much, just because now you have to be very, very cautious when you. I'll say this before I log off. These data that you've seen on DraftKings and stuff like that, most of them are on tickets written, not dollars written. So if you got $5 tickets that were $25 bets on the over, and then the next ticket was 10,000 on the under, it's gonna sway. It's gonna look like okay, more tickets were betting on the over than the under, even though those 5 tickets were only $25 bets on the over, and 10,000. One of those tickets were 10,000 on the under. So the computer's gonna say, well, more tickets were written on the over. But they don't show the dollar amount. They go by tickets written. So you have to be very careful when you look at DraftKings data and on some of the free sites that have the free odds screen. You have to be very, very careful on how or where they get their data. If they use dollars per bets or tickets written. So got to be very careful. I don't know what DraftKings data written. I guess I can ask. I know a couple of the odds makers there. How they do that, but be very, very careful on data on that one. I can still get 208.5. Nice. Who still has 208.5? Catching you slipping. I don't have my bet screen up right now, so I was having issues with it. So who has 208.5 still left? Catching you slipping. If you don't mind typing that in. The Reds laid an egg. I had the Reds team total over yesterday. Yes, there's some weird stuff going on in baseball. Dodgers losing. The Reds have not been playing well. It's some weird stuff in baseball. I know baseball has been just started, and some batters are not in their full swing and stuff like that. But wow, Reds, yeah, the Reds losing again was something. I thought the Cubs was going to be battling with them in the division, but you're right. St. Louis loses again 6-3. So yeah, something. I'm in Australia bookies here. Australia, wow! You go catch you slip. I need to go there one time. I still have them at PointsBet. I have to look at PointsBet. It's not they don't. I don't have PointsBet on my bet screen, so I have to log in on that one. But thank you for watching from Australia, catching you slipping. That's pretty cool that you're in Australia. I think you're my first foreign watcher on a YouTube show. So thank you for watching, and thank you for all you guys watching. Like I said, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully, we'll have two cappers on every show. Like I said, we'll go 30, 45 minutes, depending on how many questions are coming in. I enjoy this. Like I said, I wanted to do this show not to do 100 free plays and 100 leans and keep track. And so next day I could say I went 64 and 22 on my free plays. No, I'm not like that. I wanted to do a show for the people who watch our YouTube free play videos, for the people who buy us stuff, who want to ask questions, how we got into this industry, or how do you handicap this game, or how do you handicap that game. I wanted to answer as many questions as possible. That's why I love doing the stuff. That's why I love doing live stuff. I mean, I enjoy doing the free play videos. Don't get me wrong, but I enjoy talking to you guys and stuff like that. Hopefully, I can give you guys some free, so hopefully some free advice on cashing tickets and stuff like that. And maybe you guys will give me some free advice so I can cash more tickets. So it's all about you guys and stuff like that. That's why I kind of wanted this show every day, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys had some great questions coming in. Again, we'll be back next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll announce my free plays for you before I jet out of here. Tyrese Maxwell over 23.5 total points in the game. I think he has a big game. We've been discussing in the show over 2.5 total threes. It was minus 165. I don't have it up right now, but that's something you might want to look at as well. And the Chicago Bulls, Atlanta Hawks, first half under 114 or 113.5. DraftKings had 114. I do believe FanDuel had 114, and South Point had 114. So those are my free plays for you guys. Hopefully, we all cash tickets today. Hope you guys have a fantastic Wednesday night. And you guys all know what I say through all my YouTube videos and Instagram videos. Please don't bet what you don't have. Have a safe evening. See you back next Wednesday. And I will do a free play video tomorrow. I promise. Have a great day. Stay safe. And again, please don't bet what you don't have.